Dynasty buy or sell all season edition, and today we have CMC, the RB king, what he used to be, and I think everyone is questioning what should we do with him, what's happening.
Yeah.
In a Dynasty perspective, he missed 10 games this past year. He probably should have finished in the top 5.
He would have been the RB1 if he played every game.
100%. Yeah. I mean, I think he was going crazy. He had like over 400 plus yards in the first like 5 games. It was absolutely fantastic. He finished RB 38. Once again, missed 10 games. Zach, what the hell do we do with CMC?
I'm actually pretty confident on this take, and I think that the Dynasty community is quite split. Some people are living in the past, and some people understand what he currently is now. And let me just explain that. Obviously, from what I've just said, you can understand that I am a sell. I am a huge sell. I have been advocating to sell for him for quite a while, but I don't know if you remember last year, about a year ago now, we did a bunch of startup mock drafts with our community.
Yep.
And we kept seeing CMC in the top 5 of Superflex drafts. And what did I keep telling people? It's a bad pick. Too high.
Yeah.
It's just not the right pick there. And I still feel the same way. But I think that says more about the Dynasty running back more than anything else. But let's just talk about this. Number one, let's talk about the injury history. Obviously, we have to talk about it. And by the way, if you're sitting there and you're watching this and you're saying, if you're going to start your debate for CMC and this is how you're going to start it, well, if he was healthy the last 2 years, he wasn't. He wasn't. Okay. If that's how you're going to start the debate, then you've already lost me. Okay. Don't start any debate in the comments saying, well, if he was healthy, he wasn't. This is who he is as a player. Right. In the last 2 years, he missed 23 games due to injuries, high ankle sprains, shoulder AC joint sprains, right?
Right.
A glute sprain, hamstring, another high ankle sprain. So the question is, how could this happen? In the past 2 years, how could this happen to CMC? How could our king fall like this, right?
Our king.
And I think it's actually way more obvious than we might want to admit. The 2 year span of CMC's dominance was from 2018 to 2019. All right. In those 2 seasons, he had 772 opportunities. Okay.
The mileage.
24 plus opportunities per game. By the way, the running back position is a position that is injured the most in the NFL. You are constantly getting the worst of the defensive line, the edge, safeties, linebackers, every single play. And you're telling me that CMC put himself in danger because he had to. This is a position that he plays. It's a game that we play.
Right.
He put himself in danger over 750 times, and we are surprised that he's starting to break down? Duh. Of course he's going to break down. This is football. I mean, nobody's body is made to take that sort of beating. So what is the real issue? What is the real issue? If CMC can stay healthy, he's the RB1. That's what everyone's going to say in the comments. Comment down below. Tell me if you think that's true. If he stays healthy, he's the RB1.
RB1, no doubt. Come on.
But I would actually argue, Badake, and I know I'm going to be on the percentage of people, the smaller percentage here, that I don't think he can handle the same workload again without getting injured. I really don't.
Right.
Okay? If Carolina wants to extend his career, then maybe Deontay Foreman and Chuba Hubbard get a little bit more work into that rotation. And we're talking about people fantasizing over those 2 years of CMC where he was the most valuable asset in all of fantasy. What he was getting, 24, 25 touches a game. I don't think we're going to see that again. And if I'm the Carolina franchise, it would make sense for me to protect this asset that I'm paying until he's almost 30 years old.
Yeah.
So in my eyes, we're fantasizing about him being this running back again. But what if he goes from taking 80% of the snaps to 65% of the snaps? Is he going to be top 5? 100%, of course. But maybe he's not valued the same way. Maybe it's unrealistic to value him as high as some people do. Some people still have him as an RB1 in Dynasty. I mean, anyway, that's how I feel. Second thing I'll talk about is a contract situation. He's already 3 years into his second contract. It is very rare, if not impossible, that you get a big long-term second contract for most running backs. And by the way, when his contract's over, He'll be 30 years old.
GG's.
Is anyone with the state of the current market going to give CMC a big contract at the age of 30? I don't think so. The last thing I'll say, and this is really the whole point of this take, is because we always look at value, what can I get for him versus what do I have to pay for him? And let me tell you, I look at the Twitter sphere here and there, okay? I try and see what players are going for in different communities, and my God, people are selling the farm for CMC still. I want to show you 3 trades that I saw on Twitter just yesterday when I was looking, all right?
Okay.
Trade number 1, someone sent away CMC in the 302, and someone traded for CMC in the 302, and they sent away Breece Hall in the 205. Terrible move, in my opinion. Terrible move.
Right.
Trade number 2, someone got CMC, and they sent away Sky Moore, Calvin Ridley, Zamir White in a 2024 first. Huge overpay.
Right.
Trade 3, I saw someone got CMC, they sent away Saquon, DK Metcalf in a 2023 second. Huge overpays left and right. So for me, I'm taking the non-CMC side in every single one of those trades, and I think his value is too high. I would 100% be looking to cash in. I would take any one of those trades for CMC in a heartbeat. So I'm pretty passionate, and I'm a sell on this one. It's not that I don't like CMC. How do you not love CMC? I'm also someone, by the way, in redraft leagues who had the 101 2 years in a row and took him the last 2 years and was screwed. Okay. So I know that the injury is a realistic thing we need to talk about, but hopefully he gets healthy. I just think the value is too high not to capitalize on.
Yeah. Look, you hit the nail on the head. I completely agree with everything that you said. There was there was one thing I wanted to say, that there was 3 ways I can envision seeing this going for CMC. Just to make it clear, I am selling. Okay. 3 ways that I can see CMC moving forward. Okay. 1, obviously, CMC comes back and he's still going to take the workload. He's going to be a top 3, top 2 running back for the future. 2, he loses a lot of work and he doesn't look like himself. 3, he gets injured again. Okay. 2 out of those 3, I think.
All realistic scenarios, which I don't want to risk it, because if there was more opportunity for him to succeed, then maybe I'll take the risk, but I would rather not. And what Zach's saying, like, I am also just trying to sell CMC as much as possible. I am actively selling, but okay to hold if I don't get a value. I was going to say, you know what? I'm happy with just the first. That's what I was going to say. I was like, damn. And then you bought me 3 trades. I was going to say, I'm happy with a 112, 110. I think you can get more than that. I'm saying, I think no way I would sell him for that.
I think you can get more than that for sure. I was going to say, if it gets to that point where like CMC is in the massive decline, and like, I'm just going to, you know what? I just want a 23 first. Give me whatever you can, because I feel like he's going to be 27 this year. His birthday is in June. I looked it up. He's going to be 27 this year. And by that time the contract ends, like you said, he's going to be 30. So that RB life has turned already to the next page. And it's like, well, we're already on the edge of our seats as a CMC owner. So we're like, well, we're going to wait until the season. Maybe he does get the same workload week 1. Shit, CMC's back. Sell. It might be too late then. I don't know. But look, I completely agree. Obviously, let's talk about a fair price.
Yeah. And, for me, I wouldn't take the 110 to 112. I just want to be clear on that. Like, if I knew that was a pick, I don't think I would do that.
No, I know. I get it. I was in the comments saying get whatever you can. And if it was the 110 or 112, or 110 through 112, maybe I would.
I'd rather hold.
Maybe I would consider it. But at the end of the day, I would rather hold, because, it is CMC.
So earlier I said, I don't know if I said this or not, but I put it in my notes. I would argue that even if you're a win now team, there is a CMC trade out there for you where you can move him, and it would help your team long term. It would extend your window. And if we're going to talk about fair price to pay, here's a couple running backs that I would like to lateral to the same tier. I believe in them more long term. I have all these running backs ranked ahead of CMC. So obviously Javonte Williams. Yes, Breece Hall. He's my RB3. Najee Harris, my RB4. DeAndre Swift, my RB5. So all of these running backs are running backs that I would be comfortable with to trade CMC straight up for if need be. I'm hoping to get one of those hauls, right? Like, just show people what he's been going for, and maybe you can get something done like that. If I'm going for picks, I want to know that it's a relatively average team. I want a top 5 pick in the 2023 class. If I'm only doing one first, okay? Give me a top 5 pick in the 2023 class. Maybe I can hit on Jahmyr Gibbs or Bijan's not going to fall that far. And then I would argue I would like to get a second as well. So I'm looking for a first and a second if I'm selling CMC, because I do think that there are offers like that out there. If I don't get what I'm wanting, I'll probably hold, because again, at some point during the season, if he does stay healthy, I could sell him for that. But obviously, you target those win now teams.
Yeah,
How about you?
You have to wait for best available offer. Honestly, I'm happy with a 23 first, and all those players that you said to make a lateral move. I'm thinking not for one off, but maybe like a J.K. Dobbins. I'm looking at maybe I'll take a chance with like a Mitchell. Just really depends on how you view these players.
For straight up?
No, not straight up. I'm just saying like the guys that you say with the lateral move, I'm happy to do, but like maybe J.K. Dobbins and maybe a pick compensation, Cam Akers maybe in a pick compensation, Elijah Mitchell in a pick compensation, just based on what we believe in these players, how you believe in these players. But yeah, I completely agree. I'm waiting for best available offer. I'm waiting to get whatever I can for CMC. If not, I am holding, because once again, at the end of the day, he still is CMC, he was everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to clarify on Christian McCaffrey's age. He's 25. He'll be 26 soon. Just so we're on the same page. He's 25 now. He will be 26 soon.
Okay.
I just thought about that as we were talking about it. And, another name that came to mind is Saquon Barkley. Like, these are players who are, like, if I have CMC, I know this might sound crazy. I do think Saquon's lost maybe a step. But I would argue, again, like everything I've said, I don't know that CMC is ever going to get that workload and stay healthy. So, one more trade I wanted to throw out there. Barkley has as much talent as CMC. I really do believe that, if you look at their talent alone. So one doesn't have a long-term contract yet, but you would argue that some team is going to keep giving Saquon a chance. So why not send CMC for Saquon in a first or Saquon in a second or something like that? That's another trade that I'm interested in. As far as startups, I think second round is too early for him in a super flex league. I'm more comfortable taking him in the end of the third, but I know he's not going to be there. So
I agree.
I probably won't have any stock of him in a startup league.
Yeah, I said late third, early fourth. So honestly, he's just somebody I'm avoiding in all startup leagues. If he falls to a tremendous value, it sounds dramatic, but like a fifth or a sixth, maybe I'm considering it, but it just never will happen.
I think in the fourth round, I would start to consider it, just because of what I think I might be able to get for him midseason. But again, I would much rather have guys like A.J. Brown, Jalen Waddle, T. Higgins, Metcalf, Stafford, like some of these quarterbacks. These 100%. Are players that I would much rather build around in Dynasty.
Yeah,
and
crucial.
I know that, Badake, there's going to be this is probably an unpopular take from us. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
I feel like the community is pretty split. I think they believe in CMC. I think there's some people believe in him because of that age. Maybe they can compare someone like Lenny that maybe couldn't get it done, maybe because of the team.
Sure.
I don't know. Whatever. And Lenny went to a good team. Maybe they just say maybe he needs to get out of Carolina, But even then, why get out of Carolina? That's where he made his bread and butter.
That's where he thrived, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know. I think
we'll see.
We
will see. Comment down below. Let us know what you think about CMC, if you are buying or if you are selling.
Yo, what's good? Thanks for watching. We got a lot more videos.
A lot more.
If you want more videos.
Watch it.
You can also subscribe.
Right now.
If you want to.
You need to.
And lastly, don't forget that you can sign up to support the show and get exclusive content by going to patreon.com/FantasyLandFam.